government workers, but that's not going to get the people of America working again in the private sector. I saw a story today that one of the great manufacturers in this state, Jeep, now owned by the Italians, is thinking of moving all production to China.
I want to get our country back. I don't want to see our country go down the tubes.
Bush I thought was a very good president, and Obama isn't.
He paints anybody who opposes him as a racist.
We're the laughing stock of the world right now.
We need a change. We don't need 4 more years like we had.
Barack Obama, a lot of the people who are voting for him is so they can continue to get their handouts, and that's not what America's about.
Mitt Romney, tell us why you want to see him become the next president of the United States.
Because he's the guy to get it done.
Romney's a business guy. He's got a good head on his shoulders.
I can't think of anything about Mitt Romney that I just don't really like.
He's a family man. He's a Christian. Yeah. He doesn't believe in abortion. He doesn't believe in homosexuality. And let me tell you, I believe in God, and God is going to make sure Mr. Romney wins.
I'm never going to be able to pay this debt off. What did he say tonight? $50,000 a piece. Do you have $50,000?
No.
I don't either.
How do you see Mitt Romney getting the deficit down?
Well, he's got some plans. I'd still like to see really what some of his ideas are out there.
Tell us a bit about the Romney plan, what you hope he does, given a chance to be president.
Changes, lots of changes.
I don't know what he's wanting to change. Every president I know says a lot of stuff, but it never follows through, so I don't know.
What's Romney's plan?
I think he just believes in all classes and how, he likes it to be not just one class is superior to the other classes, and just how he likes just to keep it all in the same, it's just a big change. It's a bigger step up than what it'd be with Obama, as the past 4 years way better.
Yeah, now you talked about him, he's for all classes. Right. You might have heard of the videotape where Romney was overheard saying, 47% of the public don't take personal care or responsibility for their lives. That doesn't sound like he's for all classes, does it?
You see, and that's just what people say.
In this case, it's what Mitt Romney said.
Right. It could be just for, just to get the upper, maybe he's going for the upper class or the middle class or whatever, just whoever he wants them to get to vote, get more votes. He might just be saying to get more votes, but then again, whatever the population for the upper class is, if it's bigger than that, maybe he did that he's got strategy going on, and he's obviously doing better than Obama's if he's got smart strategy like that.
So what do you think? Should we give the president another 4 years?
No.
And tell us why.
He's had his chance, and I didn't vote for him. Yeah, I didn't vote for him the last time. I see a lot of socialism in him.
He hasn't been presidential, and he's too much anger.
He didn't cut the deficit. All he did was spend more money that our grandkids have to pay back.
That's just really what upsets me, is my tax money being thrown all over the place. Yeah. And nothing's really being benefited from it.
What are some of the areas you say it's being thrown at that you don't want it to be?
Normally I know this stuff.
If the news media that normally tells us how good Obama is, if they would look into some of the things that are out there so that everybody would know.
What are some of those things?
Well, like I said, he's been known to be affiliated with Bill Ayers, Reverend Wright,
George Soros, Bill Ayers, Roman Emanuel, Valerie Jarrett. They've all got a past, but you never hear about that.
So what about Valerie Jarrett? We don't hear about her a lot.
I don't remember everything about her. I just know that she was involved with stuff that she shouldn't have been involved with. Yeah. I don't remember exactly what, because I've got so much in my
bad stuff.
Yes.
He's trying to convince people that he didn't go to that church for 20 years. He was a member of that congregation
I think
for 20 years.
He's acknowledged he went there.
Not 20 years.
I've heard some different excerpts from him, how much he loves the Muslim religion.
I think he's got a soft spot for the Muslims.
He's a Muslim. He has a Muslim father. That's his background. And he reads the Quran.
You talked about him going to Reverend Wright's church for 20 years.
Yes.
But now you also think he's a Muslim.
Well, he is a Muslim. His father was a Muslim, his father was an atheist, and his father was a communist.
Was his father a Muslim, or was his father an atheist?
He's all three.
Obama is a weak leader. He is a commander-in-chief failure.
He's the only president that I haven't really seen make frequent visits to our troops.
I don't like the way he goes around apologizing for the United States. I mean, I think that's ridiculous.
The nation saw him on TV apologizing.
We are not more respected around the world. We are weaker, and they've taken advantage of us.
Internationally, people view him as a very weak person that they can abuse.
Yeah. Do you think that him having killed Osama bin Laden is an example of that, or would that be?
I really think that he doesn't deserve any credit at all for that.
He isn't a good president.
Yeah.
He isn't an honorable human being. I don't believe that he's a good American. I don't believe he really cares for my country. I care for America, and he doesn't. And not only that, he's dividing America.
He promised to be a uniter. He had such an amazing opportunity as the first black president to bring this country together, and he has failed miserably. There's so much hate, so much division, and it's just sad. It's really, really sad that he blew that opportunity.
Do you think one of the troubles he's had in trying to unite people is that people are calling him dishonorable and a bad American who doesn't like his country?
I think so. I think so.
I mean, it seems like it's really hard to unite people if your opposition is accusing you of not liking the country.
I don't think he does like America.
I have never been in any political agenda in my life, but I think that in 2012, this is the most important election in the history of the United States.
I want our freedom back. I want to change the last 4 years.
What freedoms do you feel like have been taken away in the last 4 years?
I don't even feel I can go outside without somebody watching me. I mean, we saw a little drone flying around, checking things out. It's just everything feels like we're being closed in, and there's I don't know. We just don't have the freedoms we used to.
Once the freedom of religion goes, and it starts in little steps, then you start losing all of your other freedoms. That's the first freedom, and then it'll go downhill from there. And just little things like when you start picking at small items at a time, people don't notice. Then all at once, your freedom is gone.
This land is born for the freedom of everybody. We welcome anybody into our country, which is great. But with that, we're paying the consequences because we're letting them tell us, you're going to follow my religion because I don't believe in you. You need to.
Who are them? You keep referring to them.
Oh, I go with the Buddhists, all them. I'm not. They're there. We all know.
You think Buddhists have come into the country and taken our freedom of religion?